In this video, we will explore the stark contrast between nations with pristine water sources and those grappling with significant water quality challenges. From Finland's breathtaking lakes to Canada's vast rivers, we'll highlight 6 countries renowned for their clean, crystal-clear water, showcasing their dedication to environmental preservation. Conversely, we'll take a closer look at 3 nations facing severe water crises: India, Bangladesh, and Nigeria, where access to clean water remains a pressing issue. Join us as we navigate this vital topic that affects millions around the globe. 1. Finland. The land of 1,000 lakes and crystal-clear water. Finland's reputation for having some of the world's cleanest water is backed by data and rigorous standards. With over 188,000 lakes spread across its stunning landscapes, water is truly a national treasure. Around 99% of Finnish drinking water comes from naturally filtered groundwater and artificial groundwater, making it exceptionally pure. Strict EU regulations are enforced through regular monitoring by local utilities, guided by policies from the Finnish Ministry of Agriculture and Forestry. Finland consistently ranks among the top countries for water quality, thanks to long-term investments in environmental protection, effective waste management, and a strong cultural respect for nature. In most parts of the country, people confidently drink water straight from the tap, clean, cold, and refreshingly natural. 2. Sweden. Where clean water flows from fjälls to faucets. Sweden is recognized globally for its exceptionally clean water, thanks to both abundant natural resources and strong environmental policies. Over 80% of Swedish drinking water is sourced from surface water, lakes, rivers, and reservoirs that are carefully monitored for quality. Local municipalities, guided by the Swedish Environmental Protection Agency, carry out regular testing and treatment to meet strict EU safety standards. Sweden's approach to water management emphasizes scientific research, transparent governance, and community involvement. Industrial discharge is tightly controlled, and sustainable farming practices help limit agricultural runoff. Swedish tap water is so clean and pleasant tasting that many locals prefer it over bottled alternatives. From urban cities to remote villages, the country's commitment to water conservation is clear, making Sweden a model of sustainable water stewardship. 3. Norway. Pristine fjords and pure drinking water. Norway's water is as clean and refreshing as its mountain air, sourced from pristine lakes, rivers, and underground aquifers. A large portion of Norwegians rely on groundwater, which is naturally protected from pollution and treated to meet some of Europe's highest safety standards. The Norwegian Institute for Water Research and local municipalities rigorously monitor water quality across the country. Norway's government continues to invest in modern water infrastructure, helping reduce leaks and guard against contamination. Strict environmental regulations limit pollutants from industry and urban areas, while public education encourages citizens to protect local water sources. Visitors are often amazed by the taste of Norwegian tap water, fresh, cold, and as pure as melted glacier ice. Whether from public fountains or remote wells, Norway's commitment to water purity is a key part of its environmental identity. 4. Switzerland. Alpine waters as clear as its sky. Switzerland's alpine geography gives rise to some of Europe's purest and most breathtaking water. Roughly 80% of the country's drinking water is drawn from groundwater sources, carefully protected and monitored by the Swiss Federal Office for the Environment. Thanks to strict regulations on pollution control and advanced wastewater treatment, Switzerland consistently ranks among the top countries for water quality. Swiss utilities continually invest in modern purification systems and infrastructure upgrades to ensure safety at every tap. The country's commitment to environmental protection is deeply rooted in everyday life. Locals commonly swim in crystal-clear lakes like Zurich and Geneva, a testament to their confidence in water cleanliness. With natural filtration from the Alps and world-class treatment standards, Swiss tap water is often considered as fresh and clean as mountain spring water. 5. Canada. The Great Lakes, Great Rivers, and Great Responsibility. Canada holds nearly 20% of the world's freshwater, thanks to its thousands of lakes and rivers, including the iconic Great Lakes. The country's water quality is carefully tracked through systems like the Canadian Water Quality Index, developed by the Canadian Council of Ministers of the Environment, CCME, with many monitored sites showing good to excellent ratings in recent years. Around 70% of Canadians rely on surface water from lakes, rivers, and reservoirs for their drinking supply, sources that are routinely tested for contaminants. Water protection in Canada is governed through a mix of federal and provincial regulations, such as the Canada Water Act and the Fisheries Act, which aim to reduce industrial and agricultural pollution. Canadians regularly swim, fish, and boat in local waters, reflecting a strong cultural connection and trust in their cleanliness. However, ongoing challenges remain, particularly in remote and Indigenous communities, where long-term water advisories still exist. Canada's continued investment in water safety underscores its commitment to being a global leader in freshwater stewardship. 6. New Zealand. Nature's water wonderland. New Zealand is famous for its rugged mountains, lush valleys, and rivers that sparkle like liquid glass. With a water quality index of 91 in 2025, New Zealand's approach to water management is rooted in sustainability and respect for the land. Over 80% of drinking water comes from groundwater sources, shielded by layers of natural filtration and monitored by the Ministry for the Environment. The government has poured resources into upgrading water treatment facilities and reducing pollution in rivers and lakes. New Zealand's unique mix of Indigenous Maori knowledge and modern science shapes water conservation policies, ensuring that water is both pure and protected for future generations. Many Kiwis take pride in filling their bottles from public fountains or mountain streams. While there are challenges from intensive agriculture, the nation's commitment to clean water remains strong and proactive. 7. India. A thirst for clean water amid alarming challenges. India's water crisis is both vast and urgent, with a water quality index score of just 45 in 2024. Rapid urban growth, industrial discharges, and insufficient sanitation have left over 70% of surface water contaminated, according to the Central Pollution Control Board. Rivers like the Ganges, once celebrated for their purity, now carry dangerous levels of pollutants. Millions of Indians, especially in rural areas, struggle daily to find safe drinking water. The government has launched initiatives such as the Jal Jeevan Mission to improve access and quality, but progress is slow and often hindered by bureaucratic hurdles. Unsafe water is a major cause of disease, impacting children and vulnerable communities the hardest. Despite being a country of mighty rivers, India's challenge is turning this abundance into a reliable source of safe, clean water for everyone. 8. Bangladesh. Arsenic shadows over everyday life. Bangladesh faces a water crisis of a different kind, as arsenic contamination haunts its groundwater supplies. With a water quality index of just 40 in 2023, the problem has become a public health emergency. The World Health Organization estimates that 20 million Bangladeshis are exposed to unsafe drinking water containing high levels of arsenic, which can lead to severe health issues over time. Many rural families draw their water from tube wells, unaware of the invisible poison lurking below. Efforts to provide safe alternatives are underway, but progress is limited by financial and technical constraints. The government and international organizations have installed some filtration systems and awareness programs, yet millions remain at risk every day. For many in Bangladesh, every sip of water is a gamble with their health. 9. Nigeria. A deepening water crisis in a fast-growing nation. Nigeria's struggle with water quality is dire, ranking at just 38 on the Water Quality Index in 2025. Pollution from oil spills, untreated industrial waste, and inadequate sanitation plague rivers and groundwater supplies. UNICEF reports that over 60 million Nigerians lack access to safe drinking water, forcing many to rely on contaminated sources. The government has rolled out programs to address the crisis, but progress is hampered by systemic issues like corruption, underfunded infrastructure, and rapid population growth. Rural communities are especially vulnerable, with children often falling ill from waterborne diseases. Even in major cities, water can be scarce and of questionable quality. For many Nigerians, finding clean water is a daily struggle, underscoring the urgent need for sustained investment and reform.